Let me note three distinctive characteristics of Christian ideas of the afterlife. One, the idea specifically of a resurrection. The dead are brought back to life, resurrected, made to stand again, and specifically the resurrection of the body. The Christian idea of resurrection is founded in the first place in the resurrection of Christ himself. After he dies, is raised again, resurrected, made to stand again. And his resurrection in the Gospels is very clearly physical, is it not? Indeed, Thomas doubts the physical body and touches the resurrected Christ. This is profoundly different from anything that could be found in Greco-Roman ideas of the afterlife, especially the most spiritual ideas of the afterlife, Platonic ideas of the afterlife. Because for the Platonists, death is a release from the body. The soul is freed from the body in the way a prisoner is freed from a prison. The body is that which is most material and corruptible in Greek philosophy. And the Christians very distinctively believe that the body itself will somehow be resurrected. Two, the New Testament begins to form a distinctive Christian view of the afterlife with its idea of divine judgment, especially the idea of a final judgment. This apocalyptic belief that time itself is a creation of God, and there will be a moment at which God somehow intervenes in history to offer a final judgment on the fate of human souls. This, too, is very different from anything in Greek or Roman ideas of the afterlife. There is no idea of God as the creator of time. There's no idea that God would somehow intervene in time itself and create a new age of paradise. So the idea that there will be a judgment. Third, Christian ideas of the afterlife come to be deeply influenced by an imagery of evil that is counter to the imagery of God. And already by the time of the book of Revelation, we see this imagery being assembled into a coherent vision. In the book of Genesis, what fosters the downfall of Adam and Eve? A serpent. In Job, who is the adversary of God? Satan, the adversary. In Isaiah, there is a morning star, the light-bearing star, Lux Ferens, Lucifer. But there's no idea that that is Satan. There is an opponent of God called the devil. But in the book of Revelation, which is fundamental for Christian views of the apocalypse, these forces of evil, the serpent, the devil, Satan, are unified into a coherent figure of evil who has been the adversary of God throughout this age. Christian ideas, images of the afterlife are deeply influenced by the idea that this figure of evil will be punished with fire. Early Christian ideas of the afterlife will be influenced by these various strands of thought, including the Greek ideas of justice, the cosmos, and the ascent to God, including the Christian ideas of the resurrection, a final judgment, and the punishment of evil.